All right, guys, it is Thursday night. It is December 14th, and this is Team Push Night. We're really going to get down to the basics of a lot of things. And one of the most important things that you can do right now in your business is, number one, you have to be a challenger first in your business. You have to take care of you first. That means doing what is intended to be a great coach, which is to be a challenger. That means drinking Shakeology. That means diving into a challenge group. That means following whatever the challenge group is telling you to do and being 100% involved. This is really only for you. So I think a lot of people, when they start their business and they get into this, they automatically feel a lot of pressure to be a coach. All of a sudden they think they have to be this leader. All of a sudden they think they have to support people and tell people how to coach. When you become a coach, you don't change anything about who you are from when you were a challenger. There's nothing different at all about going from challenger to coach. Here's one reason why. Everybody here on this call and everybody who's going to watch the recording is already a coach. So if you signed up as a coach, you're already a coach. So there should be nothing different about what you're doing when you started this as a challenger, but you were a discounted coach, and then you moved into a coach platform, okay? Bottom line, to make this really easy and really cake, is that becoming a coach means you are just willing to share with social media and friends and family and loved ones and maybe a stranger at the grocery store that you're on a health journey, that you are doing something so exciting for yourself that you just wanted to share it, okay? So I use this analogy today, and I thought, and it's very, very, very true. How many of us go to a fabulous restaurant, right? And we rave about it. We love it. I'll use Uncle Julio's as an example. And I'm at Uncle Julio's and I get my plate of food and I'm like, hot dang, this looks incredible. Let me take a picture of this right now. So I take a picture of this and I put it on my social media page. And I say, oh my God, you guys, tacos, fantastic. Love me some Uncle Julio's. It's the best Mexican restaurant in town. Number one, you just sold Uncle Julio's. Number two, you just sold how bomb those tacos are. Number three, you just sold to all of your friends that they have to go and try it. And you just gave Uncle Julio's people. You gave them a business with your one simple suggestion. Why does it come to be scary when all of a sudden you want to do a post about why you're kicking ass in a challenge group, or why you are rocking Shakeology, or why you really love those containers because it brought your glucose down to normal range? Why is it scary to post? Why is it scary? What's the difference? There is no difference at all, right? So you got to think of those things. Here's why. You were proud of that picture of the tacos, right? You were like, shit, I'm taking a picture of these tacos. They are the bomb.com, right? And you take a picture of the taco. You don't think twice about it. I've gone to Grill Marks thousands of times and posted my steak because it looks awesome, right? I just gave 2,600 of my friends on my Facebook downline the suggestion to go to Grill Marks. That's what I just did. Why can't you do it as a coach and as a challenger? Because it's part of your life, and say, hey, I just lowered my glucose, you guys, through Shakeology. I am so pumped right now. like I can't even take it. That's not saying, hey, come buy Shakeology. That's saying, holy shit, I just lowered my glucose. And I did that with Shakeology, and I am feeling so much better. Did any of that have anything to do with a sale? No. Did it have everything to do with me and what's happening with me? Right? Same plate of food, same taco plate, okay? So think of those things when you're posting, right? You don't want to throw up on people about I'm doing shake and I'm working out. It's one aspect of your life, right? You also have other sides. You might have kids. You might work at a daycare. You might be a stay-at-home mom. You might be a hairdresser. You know, you might be an aunt. You might be a godmother. There are so many layers to who we are. You really need to sit down and get your pen and paper out and write down all of the things that you are, all of your likes, all of your dislikes, write them all out. And then on top of it, write my avatar, because that's you. Don't you want to attract somebody who has the same interest as you? Your husband or your wife or your significant other, whoever they are, you're with them because you have things in common. There's an attraction to each other. It's the same thing. It's just an attraction to each other, right? So I want you guys to remember this, because I think that there's a huge fear that comes over when people jump into coaching. They think they have to know everything. They think they have to set the platform and be this rock star coach that drinks Shakeology every day, that does their containers every day, that does the workout programs every day, and does all of these things. It could not be the furthest from it. It is about owning who you are. So going from challenger to coach should not be this switch in your mind that all of a sudden you got to perform at rock star status. It should just be, no, I'm just owning who I am. It's no different. So remind yourself that, yes, if you are a working coach, you are still a challenger. You are always and first and forever will be number one in your business, a challenger. Because if you're not a challenger and you're not working yourself, what do you have to share? Then you become a salesperson. Does that make sense? Does that give you a little more clarity about why it's important to post the pictures of the tacos? We're going to use the tacos as the analogy, okay? Relax. Relax. Here's another thing too. How many of you have grown up and been ashamed to tell somebody that you like something when everybody else doesn't like it because it wasn't cool? Start telling people what's cool in your life. Start rewiring the 16-year-old little girl that is still afraid to own who they are. That's why we coach. That is why you own your stuff. Flat out, period, end of the day, boom. When I post my stuff on Facebook, I post it because I'm owning my accountability. And every time I do it, I grow in my confidence stick. Because as a kid, I never had one. So remember, it always is and will start and end with you, period, over and out. So remember that when you're coaching. And when you decide to post that picture and how proud you are that you lost 2 inches off of your waist, and you're like, I'm going to tell the world tonight that I did that. And I don't care if you got 1 like, 2 like, 3 likes, 500 likes. Those likes are a short-term ego high or ego booster. Those likes do not define the business you want to succeed in. Those likes do not make you a $1 million earner. Those likes mean nothing. Those likes mean somebody is watching you and you put it out there. And that is a very powerful tool that you have in your hands, because you're not doing anything except for posting who you are. It's the most valuable tool you have in your toolbox. You don't need to be searching for X, Y, and Z. You've got it. It's in your mirror when you look at it when you brush your teeth. It's in the rear view mirror when you're driving your car. It's in the reflection of the window that you see yourself in. It's you. So remind yourself of that and be empowered by that, and don't give two shits what people think, because it's time that you use this platform to grow your confidence and be the person that the good Lord or the higher power intended you to be. Period. Over and out. That 16-year-old girl that lives inside of you still, she's begging for you to help her feel free. She's begging you. Because everybody inside of us tonight has a little girl of a certain age that still hurts. And that is why you become a challenger first, then a coach, right? Challenger first, coach second. That's simple, all right? So I really wanted to emphasize that tonight, and I hope this hit home for you guys, because we need this to come back to, because sometimes we go a little left field, we got to come back center field, right? Very, very, very important. I want you guys to get your pen and paper out, and I want you guys to write this down. These are very important notes tonight, okay? And we're going to kind of move along with this because it's getting late, and I do have some other things that I have to do. I actually have 3 new customers that I am signing up tonight, which I am stoked about. And if you haven't done it or not, I actually just purchased my mega pack, and now I am locked in, and I get to be part of Autumn's test group, which I am super pumped about, and I'm going to do this. And I know that everybody here, if you want to do this, you have to do it your way. I'm not saying you got to buy the mega pack, but I choose to do the mega pack, right? But you should, if you want to be part of the test group, you need to purchase either the $44 one or the $267. Now with tax and everything, it does come out the $262 to $282, FYI. But I have saved my Beachbody money, and I am doing this because I am ready to take my business and my own self first to another level. This is going to have time nutrition. It's going to have time bedtimes. I need that structure in my life. I need that structure. I'm craving that structure. And I want to do a program from start to finish and say, you know what? I actually didn't drink alcohol for 80 days. I actually did go to bed the allotted time that I was supposed to. I actually did eat when they told me to, as best as I could. I'm really going to zero in on this. And that's what I'm doing. And if you guys were on the Diesel Nation call, we could all tell that something very significant happened with Christina Delgado. She has changed because of this. She has redefined herself. And you guys, she's the top of the top. And she left a business of being a lawyer to do this. And you know what drives her business? Her passion. It's not a trick. It's not a tip. She's worked on herself. So remember, what do we go back to tonight? Being say it with me. Say it with me. Challenger. Say it. Challenger. Challenger. Go back to being a challenger. All right? All right. Top practices for hitting Success Club. You want to get Success Club every single month. It needs to be your non-negotiable. Okay? If you don't hit it, you don't beat yourself up, but you figure out what you need to do and keep going. 3 people a month is what you do to help yourself and help your family. Now, before you start doing sales of a challenge pack and getting people on your group, if you have not set up your EFT, which is your direct deposit and having your money come in, you need to message me privately or message your coach and ask them to help you set up your bank account stuff on your Coach Online office. Make sure or double check everything's right and intact and you're getting those things set in stone. If you have your husband on there, make sure your husband's account is good as well. All right. Number 1, make this in bold capital letters. If you have a highlighter next to you, highlight the crap out of this. Be fearless in your actions. Be fearless in your actions. All right. Inviting should be a no matter what situation. No matter what, I am gonna get my invites in. If my goal is 10 a day, I'm gonna get my 10 a day. And if I don't do 10 tonight, you're gonna be damn sure I do 20 tomorrow. Guys, inviting, I'm gonna flip this from the sales mentality to the relationship mentality, which is what we are. Invitations is our gift to give to somebody. It's an opportunity to give to another person of a better, fruitful life. That invitation, and you might have to be inviting these people 10 times. Okay? Demetria invited me 10 times before I said yes. I just had today at the hair salon, one coach who was with me in the very beginning when I started. She left. She's been gone for a year. I was very scared today, and Danielle can attest to this because she was at the hair salon. I was very scared to ask her to get back on the shake train. And I went to the bathroom. I said, stop it. Don't be afraid. This is so stupid. I went back and I go, when are you jumping back on that shake train with me? And she goes, oh my God, yes, I totally need to. Here's my email. I'm signing her up again tonight. If I let my fear take over me, I wasn't going to help her. It's not about it. It's about helping. It's not about the byproduct is you're going to get paid. Okay, guys? The gift is that we get to help, right? Just like in a challenge group. If you just work the system and you just do the damn containers and then do the workouts and give all your all, the byproduct is going to be what you want, which is happiness and weight loss. So you have to do the action to get what you want. When your kid wants to ride the 2-wheel bike and we take off the training wheels, what do? Do we say to them, sorry, kid, you didn't do it. We'll check back when you're like 2 years later. But for now, you suck. No, we say, keep going. Try it again. Try it again. Mom, I'm scared. What if I fall? Don't be afraid. I got shoulder pads for you. I'm good for you. I've got this. Go and do it. Stop being afraid. I've got you. Do you realize that is the same way your coach is with you? Your coach is going to hold the back seat of that bicycle, which is you riding. Demetria still holds me. And if I need her to help me push a little bit so I can get my balance and go, she's right there to help me. She was there for me on Tuesday or Wednesday for 2 hours at my house. That's what coaching is. It's the person that holds the bike to encourage that person on the bike to go and face your fear to ride the bike. That's what you are. Ingrain that into your body every time you do an invitation. Every time. Be fearless in it. And if someone comes back to you and says, I don't think so. Hey, great. No worries at all. Girl, I totally understand, but we're going to go into a little bit of more of this. So I want you guys to really get some notes here, all right? So you have, and this is very important too, you have 7 to 10 seconds, you guys, to make an impression to a person. 7 to 10 seconds. That's all you got. That is why your posts on Facebook have to be consistent. You need to post 3 times a day. I just learned, I actually hopped on Melanie Mitro's coaching opportunity call last night, and it was amazing. It was very impressive. I got a lot of notes. I took a lot of side pictures so I could see what she was doing, so I can kind of copy content a little bit and make it my own. But she said now the 4 to 5 posting a day, it's done. The alpha rhythms do not want you to be on that much. So 3 is like your golden post, 3 times a day. And she said when you do those 3 posts, you make them solid, you make them golden, you make sure your pictures are crystal clear, sharp, eye-catching, drawing people in. It can be about your kid, it can be about you, it could be about the ice cream cone you're about to eat because it's your cheat meal. It could be about you loving going to the movies and you're sitting there holding your loved one's hand. Just make sure to tell a story. You want to become a professional storyteller. Details, right? So if I say to you, for example, a detailed story could be, a woman who was afraid to go to the pool, right? And you could say, I used to be the girl that used to be afraid to go to the pool. Well, everybody can relate to that. Like, every woman can relate to that. You dig a little bit deeper in your story. I was the girl that went to the pool, that sat there and made it a point to walk across the other way when I saw all the other cool people on the other side, because I was afraid to walk past those people. I was the girl at the pool that hid my backside with a towel because I didn't want anybody to watch me in fear that I would get made fun of and laughed of with the other girls who I thought were cooler. I was the girl at the pool that paid no attention to my children because all I was paying attention to was the stretch marks and the roll over my bikini top. I was that girl. Do you think you relate more to those things, just saying I was a girl at the pool that was always afraid? I'm giving explicit, raw, and these are mine, real, in-depth. I'm trying to paint a picture. Painting a picture is what you want to do, all right? You need to learn to be detailed. If you need help with this, I'm going to take credit for it. I rock star at this, and I am very willing to help. And if you need inspiration, please go to my Facebook page, because I do write some stuff and I can connect that way. And I think that's because growing up, I was very observant of a lot of things in my life. So from what was a negative, I used to watch all the negative of my parents fighting. It became a positive in my business because I'm using it to be very detailed about things that I know I can connect with a human being. Okay? You want to be a professional storyteller. And that does mean becoming very vulnerable, you guys. Very vulnerable. The more vulnerable stories you put out there on Facebook, that is what connects people to wanting to be in your business, to wanting to join your team. You cannot generalize this anymore. It has to be detail, raw, in-depth stories. You are a woman, you are a female. Do you know how many things you can connect to with a girl? My goodness, we can connect to being the shy girl at the lunch table. We can be the shy girl that didn't want the boyfriends, even though we really wanted it, so we turned away from everybody who loved us in high school. Like, you got to get to those places. Those in Social Team Builder that I've learned, and it's working, is not only cleansing and helping my soul, but it's connecting to somebody else. I had this random person on my Facebook page that reached out to me and said, you are talking to my core, Stacy. I feel like you know me. And that is why I do it. I've connected to my why of why I do this business. It's to inspire and to already make them feel what's already inside of them. That is my why. So I did that. And all I did was share a story. That's it. All right? So remember, you have those seconds. Think about this. Look at my finger, you guys. This is Facebook. That's not many seconds for somebody to get a good impression with you, right? Draw them in with your picture. Draw them in with a headline. You want a good headline? Does everybody have Pinterest? Get on Pinterest. Find something that relates to your story to draw them in. Okay? Draw them in. For instance, let's go on Pinterest right now. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say I do a post and I have my head down like this in a post, and I'm trying to tell a story of somebody feeling worthless, right? I'm going to go onto Pinterest. I'm going to go over to quotes if you need something to kind of get the motorboat starting. Confidence quotes. Start scrolling the confidence quotes, right? And you can say, let's find one. If my head was down like this in a post, you guys, and I put it like in black and white where they really focus like on, and this is a horrible picture, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? Okay? This is a picture of me feeling down and out, right? The beginning could be what grabs them in. Stop doubting yourself. Work hard and make it happen. Pinterest. Boom. Grab them in and then start, right? Here's another one. There's no competition because nobody can be me. And you could do a picture where you guys are up in the air and holding your arms up in the air. You got to think about those things. Like, think about it. Pinterest can show you a lot of visuals. So use that as your tool for learning, okay? I mean, there's so many things you can do here. I mean, use Pinterest to kind of jumpstart getting somebody into your post, okay? Invest in lighting. You know, I'm going to turn my PC around real quick. This is really bright, sorry. But there's my light that is doing my team call with you guys tonight. It's on a stand. It dims. It goes up and down. I want to make sure on this team call that you don't see me as grainy. You see me as crystal clear as possible. Lighting is very, very, very important in your thing. So you want to invest in, you know, little tripod stands, whatever you can. I'll show you guys a lot of those things, all right? Utilize your page to share your heart. All of these things you guys need to write down. These are golden nuggets that if you write these down, they're going to be instilled in you later. Utilize your page to share your heart. Give your honesty. Give your honesty. All right. Jessica Pasola is somebody who's really cool. She's an amazing coach, and you can follow her on Facebook. It's Jessica, and then Pasola is P-E-S-O-L-A. She's amazing. And she does 3 posts a day, and her 3 posts a day are health, hope, and heart. That's how she posts 3 times a day. And every time she does a post, she asks a question, so you can try to get some engagement, you know? So don't copy this. Don't say, okay, I'm going to do health, heart, and hope too, because you're not Jessica Pasola. You need to be Demetria Brown. You need to be Sydney. You need to be Danielle. I need to be Stacy. But these are ideas to kind of jumpstart you on how to create posts. And she said, you know, health is always a fitness post, or maybe a healthy meal or a recipe or something healthy, you know, or maybe loving on my husband because it's healthy to have a healthy relationship. Or hope, you know, hope is she's very into her religion, and she does a lot of her avatar of who she is her faith and her religious belief, and she uses that. And she's a really amazing person to follow, just like Demetria says. And heart, she just posts about her heart. Sometimes they're her kids. Sometimes it might be, you know, a poem or whatever. So think about the 3 topics that you want to focus on when you post a day, all right? And your number 1 posting times are 6 o'clock p.m., FYI, you guys, and probably 9 p.m. So you want to do a morning post. I would not do it super, super early. See how much engagement you get, but I get more engagement around 10 in the morning. I really do. I got 60 likes on my 10 o'clock a.m. post. So the engagement is there, and if you go to my post this morning with me, it's a very clear, crystal clear shot. Photo Wonder is a great app to download to help you guys get those pictures really crystal clear. There's another way that you guys can do inviting. It's called the 5-3-2 inviting system. 5 conversations, new conversations a day. 5 new conversations a day, and they need to be nothing about Beachbody. Nothing. Why? Because you're not a salesperson. You are building a relationship, and you're building trust. We don't give a shit about Beachbody right now. We care about the individual. Think about this. I got 2 coaches on the call tonight that are mine, right? Don't I care about you? Did I try to sell you a challenge pack? Did I try to get you to come in here? No. You guys came to me, and I welcomed you with open arms, and I've loved you since day 1, right? Remember that when you're talking to other people. You want to treat them how you've been treated. So that is who you are. So, okay, 5 is 5 new conversations a day, nothing to do about Beachbody. 3 challenge group invites a day. This is 5-3, right? 2 is 2 check-ins with 2 coaches, and if you don't have coaches yet, then you need to do 2 coaching invites. Okay? It's not saying that you have to go out there and go, hey, I really want you to be a coach on my team. You want to invite the right people. Who are you looking for? Who's your avatar? I'm looking for moms. That's who I am looking for. You know, look for your age bracket. I'm looking for moms who have 2 kids or more, who works maybe part-time, who enjoys the beach. Remember, I went back to say, write your likes and dislikes. This all ties in, you guys. If you don't do this, you're making it harder for you on your business. Make it easy, make it coastal, make it sailing, you know, and learn through the waves that crash through you in this business. That's what you do, all right? So again, if you don't do 2 check-ins with your coaches, do two coaching invites. And if you do have both, maybe if you want to, you can do 2 check-ins with your coaches and 2 coaching invites. You know, it's not a lot. It's really not a lot. When you are in a challenge group, you guys, we have 10 minutes left, so I'm going to kind of move this along. When you are in a challenge group, you better be involved in your challenge group. And I'm going to truth bomb. If you have not been showing up, if you have not been posting your selfies, if you have not been doing it for whatever reason, you are hurting your business. You are hurting your own self as a challenger for what you set upon to do. Cut the crap out. If you want yourself as a challenger to grow, remember we always go back to challenger, then you must be active in your challenge group. You must dive in. You must not look at it as another thing to do, because if you're looking at it as another thing to do, what the hell are you going to do when you have 500 people on your downline and you don't post on that challenge group page? What are you going to do? Not show up? If you have only 1 person and they're in our group right now, show up. If you have no people in your group, show up. Practice your craft. Do it for you first as a challenger. Coaching comes second. It's a byproduct of you just doing it and feeling the amazement as a challenger. We all need to get back to just being a challenger. That is where you find your joy. That is where you find your engagement. That is where you find you. And when you find you, you share you like the Plate It Grill marks, and you post your taco and you post your steak and you own your shit. Okay? That's what you do. Bottom line, simple. Don't overcomplicate it. It doesn't have to be complicated. Make it fun, all right? There's a great inviting formula. You want to, and also too, guys, you need to be adding to your friend list. You need to have 3 to 5 new friends a day. That means you got to send friend requests out. You got to do it. And you know, that only means more eyes on you, more eyes, more seeds that are being planted and watching you every step of the way. So make sure that happens, because that is where you find people and they're watching you. Some people may not even reach out to you for 2 years. So you got to be on the ball. You got to be on the ball. You want to compliment, or you want to, okay, when you're inviting somebody, you want to comment on a post. You want to compliment them and ask a question to start a conversation. Remember, again, it's not about Beachbody. It's simply about, let's say I go to Demetria's post. I see her Facebook page, and she's a new friend of mine. And she's got a picture of her and her son, and they are having a scoop of ice cream together. And she says in her post, taking Gabriel out for ice cream. He pee-peed on the potty for the very first time. I'm so proud of my boy. Okay, great. Number 1, I connect to that because I have a little girl who's potty training, right? I also am actually struggling in that department with my daughter, so why not reach out? Ready? Comment. I go to the post. Hey girl, that is awesome. Mad props to Gabriel. Give him some love from the Shiflett family. I think that is awesome. I'm so proud of you. What a great mom. What a great baby boy. Couldn't be prouder. Can I ask you a question? How the heck did you get to the potty? How did you make him do that? Because I'm struggling over here. You asked a question. They're going to reach out. You just started a conversation. Not only that, you have something in common. I'm a mom who has children, who has somebody who's potty training. Nothing to do with Beachbody. Everything to do with a relationship and a connection. That's it. So that's why you have to write out your avatars and find out who your target is. Is it somebody who's 23 or 29 or 30 or 38. You know, you get to find those targets. My target is going to be different than Sydney's target and Danielle's target. Everybody's target is different, all right? And when people send you guys messages on Messenger, try to send them a voice message back rather than typing it out. They can hear your voice. They can hear your sincerity. They can hear your realness. They can hear that you're passionate and you're not just some other person who's trying to get them for something. Voice is more powerful than writing because a lot of people with written messages can interpret a lot of things differently. Because all of us right here, if I were to write the word, "Hey girl, what's up?" on a private messenger, all four of us would interpret that very differently because we're not all the same. So voice is really, really strong when you're returning messages, okay? When people say no, awesome. Go for no. Because what you just did is remind yourself as you planted a seed. It's not now. It's not ever. It's just not yet. So keep that in the back of your minds. For example, if they say, "You know what, girl, I'm just not really interested in it. It's just not my thing," you know. And let me tell you too, it usually takes a person an average to 7 to 10 invites for them to finally say yes. And I was yes on the 10th invite. I think Demetria invited me for well over a year. So think about that when you're doing it, right? Someone says no, you could be like, "You know what? I totally understand that it's just not your time. Totally cool. I know things are really busy right now this time of year, and I completely get that. God, my Amazon boxes are piling up at the door, and I have got to wrap before people find out that I'm Santa Claus," right? Then you say, "But here's the thing. I know you may not be interested now, but I will be starting up a new challenge group in January. Would it be cool if I just messaged you back just to let you know about what's going on for the future in case you are ready?" Usually they're going to say sure, because they probably don't want to hurt your feelings anyways. So follow up with them. Sometimes if they say to you too, "You know what, girl, it's just not really my thing, but good for you on getting all of your goals. That's great," right? We've heard that one before. You know what you can say back? "You know what? Thanks so much for your support, Danielle. That is awesome. I could not appreciate what you've done for me just by telling me to go for it. And you know what? I know you may not be on a health journey right now, but is there anything that I can be rooting for you in the month of December for? I'd love to be that cheerleader for you." They're gonna probably be like, She just wanted an invite. Now she wants to cheer me on for something? Like, that's so, you know why? Because you care. Right? You care. When people see that, their wall might be up. I mean, I've gotten an invite or a friend request, and the first thing they wrote to me was, "Is this going to end with a sales opportunity?" I wrote back, I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about, question mark." I was like, "Just trying to gain a new friend. Sorry." And then she apologized 3 months later. Because you know what happened? She went on my Facebook page and she started scoping me out. So guess what? Ha, 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 ha. I still got you in a good way because now you saw that I'm legit. I'm a real human being. I'm not a salesperson. And you may not want to pass me up because I might have something for you later when you're ready. Planted. So remind yourselves of that, you guys. Anytime you get an objection, you want to use the feel, felt, found formula. I understand how you feel. I know things are really expensive. I felt the same way too, especially with 2 kids in daycare and a mortgage. OMG. But what I found was I was able to cut back on my daily Target runs and my Dunkin' Donut runs, and I actually found the room. So if you ever want to do this down the road, let me know. I'd love to always give you that opportunity. So anyways, back to what's really important. How's the holiday madness shopping going? Bring it back. Take it out of the Beachbody. Bring it back, okay? Match the person's energy. Whatever they give, you give back, okay? And people who drop out of your business, we have less than a minute left. People who drop out of your business, you still stay into contact with them. You still reach out to them. Not as much as your 80%ers, but you want to keep in contact. I've had 2 people come back from being out for a year because I kept my promise at the beginning, which was what? To be a friend, to have a relationship, and I still continue to be a challenger for myself. I really hope this all helped you guys tonight. I hope you guys got some great notes. I'm going to record it. I'm going to post it on my YouTube page. I'm going to also put it in the Team Epic Journey page. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, please message me and Team Journey. But again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. All of the things will be there. And you guys make it a great night. Okay? Bye, guys. Enjoy. Take good care. Bye.